The morning lull had settled in, though the wind outside still roared like winter wasn't ready to let go. Inside a small cafe tucked on a quiet city block, 23-year-old Emily moved between tables, rag in hand, sneakers worn thin and feet aching. Her hands were cold from too many iced drinks, her shift only halfway over. Still, she smiled. Smiling helped her keep going. Near the entrance, a woman and a young girl hesitated in the doorway. The woman looked drained, hair damp with melted snow, her coat barely thick enough for the chill, eyes distant and tired. The child, maybe 6 years old, clutched a soaked stuffed bear to her chest and stared up at her mother with a look that said more than words ever could. Hunger. They took a seat in the far corner, slowly flipping through a battered menu, as if they had all the time in the world. Emily approached, her notepad ready, but something about them stopped her. "Hi there," she said softly. "Can I start you with anything?" The woman gave a small smile. "Just a small coffee, please." Emily paused. She knew that look, the look of someone counting coins in their head, debating whether to pay for heat or food. It was the look her own mother used to wear. She gave a quiet nod and walked away. At the counter, she pulled a $10 bill from her apron, tip money she'd been saving for a second-hand pair of boots. She handed it to the barista with a hushed request. 2 hot chocolates, a sandwich, and that coffee. A few minutes later, she set the tray down at their table. "It's already taken care of," she said with a smile. "Everyone deserves something warm today." The woman's eyes filled with tears. "You didn't have to." Emily shook her head. "But I wanted to." They didn't exchange names. Just a moment, a tear, a thank you without words. 2 days later, Emily was back behind the counter, exhausted, wrestling with a leaky machine when her manager walked out looking stunned. "Emily, there's someone here to see you." She looked up confused. A sleek black car had pulled up outside. A tall man in a suit entered, but it wasn't him who made her freeze. It was the same woman, but not the same. She looked polished now. Tailored coat, perfect hair, confident smile. And beside her, the little girl, beaming. "Hi," the woman said gently as she approached. "I never got to thank you properly." Emily blinked. "It was nothing." The woman smiled. "No, it was everything. You gave me something I didn't realize I needed. Dignity. I was at my lowest. You didn't know who I was, and I liked that. You treated me like a person, not a failure. I don't understand." "I'm Rebecca Lane," she said. "I'm the founder and CEO of Novatech Industries." That day, I'd just left court after a long battle with my ex-partners. I'd lost so much. I didn't know where to go. Then you gave my daughter warmth, and me, hope. Emily stood speechless as Rebecca handed her an envelope. "This is a small thank you. And this," she added, passing over a business card, "is a job offer. We're building a new outreach program to help women and families rebuild. I want you on the team." Emily opened the envelope. Inside was a check, $10,000. Enough for rent. Enough for boots. Enough to breathe. Months later, Emily stood beside Rebecca at a charity gala, radiant in a dress she'd never imagined owning. She was now running the foundation's local outreach center, helping others find a second chance. When someone asked Rebecca why she trusted a former waitress with such a big role, she smiled and said, because when she had nothing, she gave everything. And sometimes, that's when most powerful stories begin, in the smallest, quietest acts of kindness.